Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Silver 5150 channel. And we are on a Scottsdale Mint tear. Moving on to the Deathstalker Scorpion, which, I have been watching this coin for a long time. And I was just sitting there going, gosh, it looks good. And it says Deathstalker on it. Does Deathstalker Scorpion, is there a more batter-ass pound-for-pound predator in the animal kingdom? Ooh, I don't know. Maybe the Black Widow? Anyway. So I had to have these coins. Now, I couldn't afford to get them in the beginning when I was stacking. Didn't have a lot of cash and stuff. But then as, I started doing bigger things with my finances and more risky things with my finances, I was able to get with my broker and say, broker, hook me up. Give me some cool coins. Give me these Deathstalker coins. Give me some iguanas. Give me some gorillas. And he started going after a lot of stuff from Scottsdale Mint. And I got to tell you, just like with the iguanas and the gorillas and probably a couple other things they do, the Republic of Chad, by the way, this is the Chad Deathstalker Scorpion. 500 francs, CFA. Still don't know what that means. That's okay. They are just high quality in make, and you got to get really close up on them to see some of the detail in the coin. So they've got the background there. It's kind of a rough background. They've got some security features. What looks like some lines that are etched in the bottom of the coin. Deathstalker, their scorpion is made clear up there in the third texture of the coin, and then of course the scorpion itself is proof-like in its finish and stuff, and very well detailed in terms of the segmented legs and the segmented body and, the points on the pinchers and all that stuff, man. Gosh, you would not want to have to face off with something like that, even with the current size disparity between humans and scorpions. When I was in the military years ago, we used to be out in the desert playing around, and you had some scorpions that could ring metal with their stingers. You put like a metal canteen over them and trap them. It's like ping, 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 ping. And they'd be upset. Boy, you imagine that hitting you. And like Steve Irwin would say, a pack of wallop. It really knock you stupid. And make you miserable. But regardless of that, these are very nice coins from Scottsdale. And I'm going to take this opportunity to bring up something really quick that I had heard from Jeff Clark from goldsilver.com. He posted a chart that I found very intriguing. On this chart, he had a 1980 comparison of maximum prices. I think in 1980, like all precious metals and even base metals went, to the moon for that period. And you had zinc and iron and copper, and of course, gold, silver, platinum, I think was on there. I don't know if palladium was on there. But in any case, all these metals had reached, a high in 1980 due to the crisis that was going on with the economy and the stock market crash during the Reagan era. And, you had energy issues and you had all this stuff going on. The Hunt brothers had, been kicked out of the silver market. And so that created, quite a jump and everything. There goes the dog again. Anyway, so in this chart, man, what they did was, Jeff Clark did, he compared the prices from 1980 to 2018. And do you know, out of all of those different commodities and base metals that I just told you about, the only precious metal commodity, period, and I think even oil was in there, silver is the only precious metal, only commodity that has not improved over its 1980 high since 1980. And in fact, every other precious metal and commodity on that list, in that chart, has broken its all-time high from that period today. But silver is a third of what it used to be in 1980, during that 1980 high. Everything else has passed that 1980 high in terms of spot price, market price in 1980, 40 years ago, versus today, silver is down 2/3, down 66% from that 1980 high, with everything else above that high on that chart. So just think about that. Think about when I say that silver is the undervalued, heavyweight of the commodity and metals world. This is not hyperbole. This is actual numeric fact. It is math. So do the math on that. Do the math on what you can buy. Try to buy whatever you can, especially if it's high quality stuff like this. You don't have to buy a lot. I'm a volume stacker and I take risks to do that. Just buy what you can. I got a shout out from Florida Stacker earlier, telling me about, how he likes to, be responsible in his stacking. And it's a very prudent thing for him because he's, raising family and stuff. And he's got plans that he wants to try, to retire in the future and stuff. And most people need to do that. So until that time, though, just stack what you can, because understand, when you do that, whenever you stack a single coin, you are stealing value. People, stacking is about stealing value on future wealth. You're not stealing from anybody, but you're basically positioning yourself in the next wealth cycle. and you are just taking value that is over 40 years old and still not revalued from 40 years or 140 years ago with manipulation and stuff thrown in. Anyway, Silver5150 coming at you, asking if you dig this kind of content. Please, thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And try to avoid getting preachy here, but I'm telling you, folks, this is it. This is the way to go. Precious metals in the form of silver coins, especially cool ones like the Scorpion. Get some.